Praise him or shut up. That's what I've been essentially told by a lot of right-wingers in the comments over the past couple days. That unless I do one of those two things, that I'm actually celebrating Charlie's death. Weren't right-wingers constantly saying bad things about George Floyd shortly after his death? He was on drugs. He was a criminal. He was a terrible person. And yes, George was on drugs. He was a criminal, and he had a history of doing bad things. And I think people should have been able to call those things out. And it wouldn't have automatically meant that they were celebrating his death. Those aren't the same things. But when Christians either die of natural causes or are killed, we're all supposed to either praise them or shut up. We're supposed to be more sensitive about them than when non-Christians die or are killed. As I've said in some of my replies to people's comments, if there was a famous trans activist who advocated for the medical transition of young children, including gender reassignment surgery, if they were to have been shot and killed, would you just shut up about what they advocated for? Sure, you might not have celebrated their death, but wouldn't you have called out some of their viewpoints? Yeah, you certainly wouldn't have pushed for the praise them or shut up kind of mindset, would you have? Oh, but it's different because Charlie was a Christian. And if you're a Christian, your views are automatically righteous and just. Not just your actions, but your views couldn't possibly be oppressive, or racist, or misogynistic, or homophobic. I had people in the comments telling me I'm wrong for thinking that those who want women to be submissive to men are misogynistic, because people with those views want to protect women. Because everyone has a role in society, and nature dictates that men are physically superior to women, and therefore they should rule over them. One person even tried to claim that women in strict Muslim countries aren't oppressed. Reality check. If you think women shouldn't have the same rights as men, if you think women should have to follow men's orders and be submissive to them, if you think they shouldn't be able to vote, if you think they should have to dress modestly when they go out, if you think they shouldn't be able to get a credit card without the approval of a man, then you can't possibly claim that you like them just as much as men. You can't possibly think they're equals to you. If you think they're below you, then you want them to be oppressed, and that is a misogynistic view. You may treat them decently, you may not abuse them, you may not make them feel ashamed, but if you have those views of them, your views are misogynistic. If you think gay people are abominations, that they're degenerates, that they shouldn't be able to participate in society the way that straight people do, that they shouldn't be able to get married or have legal civil unions, that they shouldn't be able to flaunt their sexuality and that they should basically be in the closet, then you're homophobic. It doesn't matter if you treat them well. It doesn't matter if you don't shun them. It doesn't matter if you're not actively trying to make them go back in the closet. Your views are still homophobic. Now, as I said in other videos, I'll be friends with people as long as they don't treat me like shit and they don't treat other people like shit for being the wrong demographic. Your actions and the way you treat people is what really matters. Are you kind? Are you helpful? Are you vindictive? Are you petty? Those kinds of things are what really matter. But the notion that we shouldn't be able to call out when a viewpoint is misogynistic or homophobic is ridiculous. Again, just because those views stem from religion doesn't mean they're not misogynistic or homophobic. Being religious doesn't give you a free pass on your viewpoints. If you're against the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which made it illegal for businesses and housing to discriminate against black people, then you're okay with discrimination against black people. You can claim you're all about merit all you want, but if you think businesses and housing should legally be able to discriminate, it's certainly not a stretch for someone to consider that a racist viewpoint. Now, perhaps you believe that businesses and housing should be able to discriminate against quite literally anything they want, and if so, then perhaps you have a consistent position. But it's certainly not in the direction of diversity and inclusion. If that was the law of the land, plenty of qualified people would be turned away for being the wrong demographic, and the applicants would have no legal recourse for it. I don't see that as a positive thing. Some demographics wouldn't be able to get decent work or housing. That's just not a good thing. If someone has any of those types of beliefs, misogyny, racism, or homophobia, and they die for whatever reason, it's not immoral or wrong to call those things out. It's wrong to celebrate their deaths, but not to call out their views. Just saying.